children. We have quite a show today. John Stamos is here. Yeah, Mr. John Stamos. He's great. From Desperate Housewives, Brenda Strong will be stopping by. Look at her. She's close like a goddess. Chris Judd, you know Chris Judd, he's going to tell us about his new show, Dirty Dancing, Living the Dream. Yes, I love to dance myself. And the magnificent Tyrese will sing us a song from his new album, Alter Ego. Magnificent. He's taking over the world. I've talked about my first guest on the show before because we actually appeared on Broadway together. Yeah, that's right. Impressed? Now you can catch him in the new TV movie Wedding Wars and also, of course, on ER. Take a look.
I'm sorry. I wanted to tell you his infection was too severe and we couldn't save him, buddy.
I want to see him.
I know I lied to you, but I'm not going to lie to you anymore.
I don't believe you!
It's not working. The way you're living is not working, man. You're a smart kid. I know you can see that. Listen.
Let go!
Listen to me. You can't go on like this anymore.
Boss, please welcome John Stamos. Friends are here today.
Hi, Megan.
Guy, you were so masterful and dramatic in that
really?
clip.
That was one of the Olsen twins that I was talking to.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's weird, huh?
This is how we do it, John and I. This is how we roll.
This is it.
This is how we roll.
Do it now.
So
congratulations, the show's great.
Thank you.
You were born to be a talk show hostess.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's awfully nice of you.
Don't touch me on camera.
Okay, I'll try not to. Now listen,
yes?
Let's talk about that little story I told about you.
What story did you... Oh, we did we did How to Succeed in Business together years ago. Oh, you told the story? You told the sweaty story.
I did.
I was nervous because it was the first, Broadway show I did, but you were so nice to me. But I was quite nervous, and we had to... It was so gross for her because we had to kiss, and I was, like, drenched. And one review said, he sweat like a stuck pig, and I didn't know... Yeah. I didn't know if that was good or bad, but I think it was bad. But the story that you don't tell is you showed everybody on that cast your breast but me. Every time you turn around, you'd catch yourself, here's my boobs, here's my...
Well,
yeah. And I'd come around and
well, it was all,
like all of a sudden she became a lady.
Guys.
What?
It was all gay guys.
Gay guys love boobs, too. Everybody loves a boob.
A viewing of my breasts was in very popular demand backstage on that show for some reason. And I felt that it was only right to oblige from time to time.
I play a gay guy in a movie coming up. Show me. I've played plenty of gay guys. Didn't you see Full House? 3 grown men raising kids in San Francisco? Gay.
That show was ahead of its time.
I know.
Yeah, it really was.
So what else you want to talk about?
I
know. I love you. You were so good to me. It was my first time on Broadway, and you were so sweet. And it was one of the highlights of my life. I really had a great time. You were always so good to me.
You've gone on now to do some other Broadway.
Yes.
Yes. What you did cabaret? You played the MC.
Mm-hmm.
You crazy nut.
Crazy.
Uh-oh,
look at that. There you go.
Speaking of gay guys, you look like you're really enjoying yourself.
I love that. Was a great role. I would freak people out too because that was the first thing I did. I think kind of close to after Full House, and people were expecting Uncle Jesse, and they, they weren't. And at first I was like, oh no, I'm really offending people because people were like shocked, and then I thought, no, I need to be true to this character, and so I would just get more outraged. I was offended if I didn't get like 1 or 2 people to walk out.
Yeah. Felt like you failed.
Yeah.
So Bob Saget was here recently.
He's if we be very quiet right now, we can hear him complaining somewhere in the scene. He's such a pain in the ass, this guy. He calls me, he's like, he's so busy. It's on a game show. What is it? What? The show's like 1 out of 100? I said, that's your odds of getting a job after doing that game show. I hope he's not watching. Bob, I'm kidding. Bob calls me. He calls me up.
We kid.
No, we kid, but he calls me. He says, I'm too busy. I can't talk to you. Why the hell did you call me then? He calls me. I think he's obsessed with me. No, he's, one of my best buddies, and I love him.
Did you go to Las Vegas with him for his birthday when he got hit with a bowling ball and his arm fell off or something? What was that story?
I threw him his 50th birthday party in Vegas, and it was fun, but it was like, there was naked, bowling, but it was Coulier.
What?
It was Dave Coulier. It was Joey from Full House.
Naked bowling?
It was terrible. We had a bowling alley in our room, like one of those at the Palms, they had a nice...
And Dave was
yeah, he takes his...
bowling
Yes. And he shaved, he shaved into a mullet or something. It was awful. I thought I was the mullet guy. I'm not kidding. Yeah.
So you're on ER. How about that? Yeah, you're great on there.
Oh, thank you.
That clip, my gosh. You're such a badass, if I may say.
It's really been such a, it's just the highlight. It's really the best job I've ever had. I mean, I'm so grateful to be on there. I'm such great writing and great actors on that show.
Well, they said that, because Linda Cardellini was on, she said that the first day you were on the set, you were already, best friends with everybody and better, more friendly with everyone than she was, and she'd been on for 3 years.
Yeah, no, they're just a great group of people, and I feel like I'm kind of not, I feel like I am adding to the show, but I'm not in anyone's way or taking away from, what's already good about the show.
Well, it's very ensemble-y. Yeah, they do a really good job, I think, of keeping it an ensemble.
It's a really smart show. I'm very, very lucky to be on there. And they're writing a really great character for me. It's fun.
It's really good. Now, what about the medical terminology? You learning anything?
I'm so crappy at that part.
No?
I think they learned, early on. They gave me all this medical stuff, and I was okay with it, but it's the hardest part. I'm not very good at it. Now I was starting makeup words, and they're like, no, you can't make up. How many doctors watch this show? But I would be no good. And they say, if you're on an airplane or something, the other actors told me, and something happens, they're going to turn to you and say, can you, if you're ever flying with me, people, I'll be in the bathroom. Don't look to me to save anybody. I'll be in the airplane bathroom. If you're in the airplane bathroom by yourself, is that still considered the Mile High Club? I don't know. I was just thinking about that. I was just wondering.
We'll let
half
that pass.
a Mile High Club or something. I'm totally off subject now. I'm sorry, but I was thinking.
Yeah, we'll allow that.
I just took this interview right into the toilet.
Oh, that's where we like it.
Oh, really? Well, I'm good. The one doctor thing I can do is breast exams. I'm good at that.
Well, we've got our work cut out for us during the commercial break then.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope it's a big commercial break.
Excellent. Now, wait, I got to ask you one thing, though, because you play drums with the Beach Boys. That always confounds me. How in the world did that happen? You've been doing it for a long time.
I know. I've been playing with them almost 20 years. I was a big fan, and one of the guys asked me to play, and I started playing. And I've had them on all of my television shows, and I played on some of the records with Kokomo. And I was thinking about I should have them on ER, but they'd have to be cadet. They'd be dead, right? Dead old guys. I hope they're not watching this either. None of my friends are watching. I'm playing in Vegas at the Luxor on the 29th, 30th, and 31st.
Naked bowling to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, we're going to have more with John right after this. Maybe we're going to sing something.
I can't believe it. You and Maggie are getting married? Oh, my God, we love her. You have such beautiful children.
Congratulations, Ben. Thanks, Ted. So, anyway, we're thinking of a September wedding. And if you're available, I was hoping that...
I would be your best man? I would love to.
Actually, I was going to ask Wayne.
Welcome back, John Stamos. So, I saw your little movie, Wedding Wars.
I play a gay guy in that. Can I see your breasts?
Yeah, we're working on that for the next commercial. All right?
Yes.
Okay. No, you're very funny in it. You're very good.
Thank you. It's a
very
nice
believable as a gay guy. I'm starting to get worried about you. I'm starting to have some doubts.
It's a really nice movie. It's about gay marriage. It's obviously a hot button issue, and I'm getting to an age where I feel like I need to have a kind of a point of view. For so long, I grew up in Orange County. It was like, don't talk about religion, don't talk about politics, And I feel like it's time. I think this is a good way for me to ease in to say what I believe and to show it through my work, and that's kind of what this is.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now I wanted to also ask you, because you're the busiest guy in Hollywood, if I may use that word, because you're also doing a TV adaptation of Raisin in the Sun with Sean Combs.
Yeah.
Tell everybody about that,
I play this character named Carl Lindner, and I play, again, a very different role for me. I play kind of a white racist guy, the only white guy in the whole piece, who kind of tries to get the family to move out of the white neighborhood. It's interesting. I was just thinking about Puffy. I met him a few times, but he's one of those great guys that when you see him, he's always, yo, hey, you doing? Like you think he knows you for so long. But I remember I was doing, this is a silly story, but Paris Hilton had my name in her, not her underwear, and because she doesn't apparently wear any.
Oh.
But no, in her BlackBerry, whatever, and she had me down as S. John. I have to tell Sean this. She had me down as S. John, and then she lost it, and everybody was calling me. They thought I was Sean John. So I was getting all these people going, yo, Puppy, well, you know, that shirt doesn't fit.
I remember when she lost her
Yeah, I was
cell
on that
phone.
thing. Yeah. So that's funny. I'll have to tell them that story. So I'm getting ready to do that. And
That's good. You're super busy. So during the last segment, we were talking about how
I know.
did the show
How to
for a
Succeed
little
in
while.
Business. It was
How to
great.
succeed in business on Broadway.
And I was so sweaty. I had to like change my shirt, and I would blow the
He
mic
was-
out. And she always had to like right at the sweatiest moment of the whole show is when she had to kiss me.
You were insanely sweaty. Is all I'm going to say.
You think after 4 months I would have stopped sweating? But
no, you never did.
No, I never did.
So let me
we
set
have to
this
sing
up.
this. This is gonna be. I'm saying it like Tony Newley, whether you like it or not.
Okay.
Blah, blah.
Sing it like that.
All right, get
you
kind
have
of-
a good voice. You don't have to
Yeah,
sing
yeah,
it like
yeah,
Anthony
all right.
Newley.
There's your
Okay,
mic.
wait. Now let's set it up a little bit.
All
How
right,
to
go on
succeed in
over,
business.
Megan.
All right. So
So you played Rosemary.
I played Rosemary.
I played a little character who I like to call J. Pierpont Finch.
That's right. J. Pierpont Finch is
Right.
his name.
And you were in love with me.
I was madly in love, but
so was
what
the
did
character.
you do? You ignored me completely. Hey, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Other way around. And I've been trying to get his attention for the whole thing.
Right.
And all of a sudden he kisses another woman, and he
Right.
realizes he's in love with my character
Right.
out of nowhere.
Yes.
And so then he comes out and he proposes to me,
Right.
and then I realize that there's music in the sound of
Yeah.
his name as well. This song is called Rosemary, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Let's get the energy up here.
Come
this
on.
is just going to be a funeral.
He teed you up beautifully.
Okay. And a
Suddenly-
1, a 2. Okay. Suddenly there is music
Sounds like
in
Karen.
the sound of your name. J. Pierpont.
Rosemary, just imagine if we kissed.
You're not sweaty.
What a crescendo! Not to be As for the rest of my lifetime program, give me more of the same. Rosemary. Rosemary, there is wonderful music in the very sound of your
You weren't sweaty, they say. Thanks so much, John. Make sure you watch Wedding Wars tonight at 9 on A&E. Tonight, up next, the Desperate Housewives started off Brenda strong. Woo-hoo! My next guest is the person who started Desperate Housewives off with a real bang. Now she can also be seen as Ted Danson's new love interest on Help Me Help You. Let's watch.
Do you want to come over to my house and have breakfast with me? I got some eggs left over from last night
It's hard to believe.
and about 6 kegs of beer.
Beer omelet. I'm in.
Please welcome Brenda Strong. wall, lady.
Yeah.
Grief.
Now, do I get to sit with you like John?
I know.
Very cozy. This looks so
There's a lot
great.
of togetherness today.
A lot of love on this couch.
Yes, there really is. Now, it's so funny because you and I used to always audition. I mean, why? How could that be? We were always at the same auditions together way back in the day.
It just goes to show you that they really knew what they wanted.
Yeah.
I think it was like the day of the brunettes or something.
Right.
You know? Because, you know, you and I are the opposite ends of the spectrum. She's very funny. I'm very dramatic.
You're funny. We were always at the same auditions, and you know, I've said that to a few other actresses who shall remain unnamed who've come on the show, and they were all like, really? They don't remember?
No, they were probably so nervous and in their own
It's
true,
true,
that they
yeah.
didn't even see you.
Yeah.
How can you not see you?
No, please. No, I think we chatted a little bit, though.
Yeah, we
I think
did.
we said hello, and we
did.
would kind of compare notes, like, this is bad, or...
Yeah, there was a lot of this is really bad.
Yeah.
Can you make any sense out of this? Is this funny? Because I don't think it is.
Yeah, I don't think people realize that most of the stuff that we would audition for was not so good. Love it.
That's kind.
Yeah.
That's really kind.
Now, John Stamos was just here, and you worked with him, too?
You know, I worked with him on a show called Thieves.
Oh, yeah.
I played this kind of femme fatale liver thief. And I remember when I first met him, he said, you know, you seem so familiar. Have we met? And I said, well, technically, no. He said, are you sure? Did I ask you out? Did I hit on you? Was I rude? And I said no. But I didn't want to tell him the story that I met him when I had just first moved to L.A. I'd just come from graduating college, and I was living in this little great building called the Royale down near...
yeah, beautiful building.
Near the little Koreatown. And there was this pilot that he was shooting with Jamie Gertz. And I saw all of these, you know, transportation vehicles outside, and I was really upset because I had to move my car really early in the morning and get up. And so I walked down, and the transpo guys, you know, gave me a hard time, and I was giving them a hard time back. And he said, well, you should come and be an extra on the show. So it was the first time I'd ever done any extra work, and he was actually very, very nice to me. He was the only one that, you know, made an effort to acknowledge the fact that there was background. I thought it was a good way to, you know, see what went on before I actually had to be.
That's so nice. Look at that. That's a good lesson
So he
to
was a
learn.
nice guy. He didn't even know how nice.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you learned a good lesson from Mr. Stamos.
I did.
He has a lot to teach us, doesn't he?
A little bit of everything. Apparently, some things that I never knew about you flashing. And
Sure. Yeah.
you know, she flashed me backstage too. I didn't want to.
I did flash. He's going to be even madder now, see, that I didn't even flash him, but I flashed you backstage.
Yeah.
Terrible. Now, what did you do? Because I know when I came out here originally, I was just barely scraping by a lot of the time. What did you do to support yourself?
Well, I had 3 jobs at one time. I was an aerobics instructor for Richard Simmons Anatomy Asylum.
This had to be the 80s, right?
It was. I cleaned my acting teacher's house to pay for lessons, and I worked at the makeup counter at iMagnin.
Oh, my gosh.
So I was a busy girl. But the Richard Simmons Anatomy Asylum thing was the funniest.
Yeah, what was that? Was he there?
You know, he'd come in and out, and he'd just kind of do his little cheerleading thing and say, "You're doing great," and leave.
Did you have to like oil him up every day, every morning?
No, he came in pre-oiled.
Pre-oil.
There was somebody who had that job. Thank
Does
God.
he really wear those little shorts?
He
Did wear-
does.
He
Thank
does.
God we didn't have to.
That's lucky, yeah. Now, there's something funny, really funny that I heard about you that I love. You were Miss Arizona.
I
in
pulled that off of my
1980.
resume.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's great.
I had to put myself through college. Oh my God.
Oh, I love that.
Now this is actually very funny because Jason came back and he said, "Oh, I have this picture of you." And he said, it's kind of this puffy thing. I said, oh, I never wore anything puffy. And I was adamant, and that is the puffiest. We look like we're on Battlestar Galactica. I mean, it's like some kind of science fiction convention. And the thing about that gown was it was this fabulous kind of Bob Mackie sequin gown. But the dress was what I wore in the parade. We would put it on the back of the car, so I had this kind of, you know, train behind me, and we all thought it was so fabulous. And looking at it's just silly. It's absolute, and it's
There's a lot going on, yeah.
I take off like half the picture, and they put me in the front row, which is even scarier.
Well, no wonder you won. You had the biggest dress.
Oh no, actually, I didn't win.
You won Miss Arizona, but
Yes,
you didn't win Miss America.
That's right. And I was very, very depressed about that.
Well, I'm sure you were robbed. Look at her. How did she not win Miss America?
You know, it's so funny though.
Look. It's crazy.
It's funny because they groom you to think you are going to win. And of course, you know, you kind of blindly go, okay, I'm going to win. And so you get there thinking you're going to win. And when they finally announced the top 10 and I wasn't in it, I thought, well, no, I'm sorry. You made a mistake. I'm supposed to win. So I went backstage and I just kind of manically reached my hand into the M&M's, you know, little bowl that I never touched up until that moment and ate the entire thing. I think it was about that big. Just watching the winners do their competition, just blindly gorging myself on chocolate.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Because you have to be in that frame of mind to do a pageant, right? Otherwise, it's just too...
Too
you have
painful.
to be psyched, psych yourself out,
No,
right?
you do. You do. And of course, you know, your handlers aren't going to say, oh, honey, your talent.
Right.
No, or,
What
you
was
know,
your talent? What was
swimsuit.
your talent?
I'm a singer, too. I was in musical theater.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Well, next time we're going to have to sing.
I think so.
Okay, good. Oh, yeah, you were a musical comedy major. I
Yeah.
read that. See, when I do my homework, I learn these things. Now you're on Help Me Help You, which is a very... I saw the pilot of it. I thought it was very funny. And you're playing Ted Danson's new love interest. And
That's
Jane
right.
Kasmerik's the ex-wife.
That's
That's
right.
going to be a good little trio right there.
Well, it's great because I live right next door to her, so he's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, so to speak. And I play this woman who is, her name's Linda, and she's, you know, adopted 12 children from all over the world, and she speaks 5 languages, and she's this ambassador, and she was married to a, you know, Nobel Peace Prize winner, and he's really impressed by her. At the same time, he's totally intimidated and gets really competitive with her. And so it's this funny thing where, you know, he thinks he wants me, and then he realizes, no, I think I actually might want my ex-wife because she makes me look really good.
But you're living next door.
I'm living next door,
he's
so there's
in quite a pickle.
There's some tension there.
Oh, good. I can't wait to see it. Because your first episode's coming right up, right?
Yes,
Yay.
tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow
night.
Yay, well, watch Brenda. Tuesdays at 9 on ABC, Help Me Help You. And, of course, Desperate Housewives, Sunday nights at 9, also on ABC. Up next, Dirty Dancing, people. You don't want to miss that. Oh, my. If you like the sexy moves that brought Johnny and Baby together in the hit movie Dirty Dancing, you're going to love the new reality dance series called, what else? Dirty Dancing on WeTV. Please welcome the host of Dirty Dancing, Cris Judd. Hi, Cris.
How are you?
Can we tell that story?
Yes.
So, Cris sat down and said, don't mind my head wound here. What happened?
Yeah,
Tell what happened to you.
I have a gash right here on my forehead. I was in Fort Lauderdale teaching on a dance convention called The Pulse with the judges from So You Think You Can Dance, Mia and Shane.
Oh, yeah.
And the stage was about head high, and I turned and walked right into it. Like right on the corner.
Oh my gosh, you
So,
poor thing.
yeah,
Because those that when you injure your head, there's a lot of blood. So
Yeah, instantly I ran to the bathroom and I had a gash, and then
no stitches. Or
no
anything.
stitches, thank gosh.
Yeah.
And then the week prior, I was pulling luggage from my garage and dropped it right on my face and almost broke my nose. And then I had one here, and I had to cover that up.
Ease up on yourself, buddy.
I'm like, I'm so, you know,
Give yourself a
I'm so
break.
excited about this show. Dirty Dancing, there it is.
So, well, it's obviously based on the movie Dirty Dancing. Now,
Yes.
you saw that, of course.
Obviously, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that was a cute movie. Jennifer Grey was
Jennifer
so
Grey,
adorable.
Cynthia Rhodes, I had a huge crush on her.
Oh, you did?
Yes. I had a chance to meet her not too long ago, and I was starstruck.
Really?
Again. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
And Patrick Swayze made it look cool for guys. And back then I wasn't even a dancer. I was, you know, high school still, and I was like, man, he made dance look cool for guys. So.
He did, and that's coming
And
back
I think he was
now.
like up to something, you know, dancing with like hot women, and so I figured I should do the same thing, right?
Well, that's all coming back now. little bit, you know, with like Emmett Smith and all these guys.
Yeah,
and
Emmett
it's kind of
Smith.
bringing
And
it back
it's
to
about time that we have like these dance shows out so people can embrace dancers and dancing and choreographers. And now choreographers are household names, you know, like Mia Michaels
Yes.
and
Oh,
Brian
I'm
Friedman.
obsessed with her choreography.
I think she's one of the brilliant minds of our generation as
is.
far as choreography
I
and
agree.
vision, you know,
Yeah.
because she choreographed Celine Dion's show in Vegas
Oh, I
and
know.
Cirque du Soleil, you know, so she's amazing.
She really is. Now, so tell us about your show, Dirty Dancing, and how it's sort of like the movie.
Well, Dirty Dancing is a reality show based off the movie. Like we have 6 professional guy dancers who represent Patrick Swayze and the Johnny character, and then we have 18 women that are on the show that kind of represent the baby character, and they come from all walks of life, from teachers to bartenders to secretaries, and I don't know, it just gives them the opportunity and the chance to, if they ever had the dream of becoming a professional dancer, they can live the dream and be on stage and perform.
And you're like at a summer camp or something.
Yeah, and they all stay at a summer camp, so they eat, they breathe, they sleep, dance 24/7.
For how long? A couple of months or something?
Yeah, a few weeks. So yeah, it's great to see women that come on the show and they don't have anything, they don't know what to expect, and immediately they go right into dance. And to see the progress and the progression of these girls that just manifest into beautiful women, you know, it's fantastic. So it's like a makeover for them as well, but then they go away with learning, you know, great moves that they can take home.
That's neat. And you know, you, of course, you are a real thing. You're a dancer and a choreographer.
Yeah.
You danced with
I was-
Usher and Paula Abdul and all
I
sorts
was
of
on
people.
tour with Michael Jackson for a few years. I did
that
the
all?
Dangerous Tour and the History Tour. I toured with Dinah Ross. Interesting enough, Tyrese is one of your guests. I was one of his dancers.
Really?
Yeah, I did an Usher video. I was a dancer in an Usher video called My Way. And it was like Tyrese and Usher were the rival gangs, and I was in Tyrese's gang.
I love it. So now, you're hosting. You hadn't hosted anything before. How did that all come about?
Well, I was originally offered the judge and choreographer position of the show, and I just asked. I was like, yeah, I would love to be the host.
It would be really hard to be a judge. I think that would be really, really hard.
Well, I mean, you know, it is what it is, you know, and it's who likes to judge.
Yeah, I
You know,
wouldn't really want to do that. I don't
So I
think.
asked to be the host, and they thought it would be a great idea, and I thought it would be a cool idea to have a dance show that's hosted by a dancer, you know,
Mm-hmm.
to you know, to give off, to tell, you know what I mean?
I saw you on that reality show, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Yes.
Did you guys see that, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here? Remember that reality show? And you won
a few
it.
years back.
Yeah, it was, you know, we won't say, but it was interesting because you ended up winning it, and I thought you
did.
came across as a really, really good guy, like a really nice, good guy, and I thought that was nice for you.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the only
It was
thing
a
I know you
pleasure.
from, really. I don't know you like anything else. Now, we have dancers
okay,
here,
yes.
and we're going to get to see some cool stuff.
Yes,
now, what are they going to do?
We have Artem and Maureen, Paul, and Claire. They're going to demonstrate some salsa for you.
Okay, good. All right, well, here we go. That is good. Congratulations. Yeah, really good stuff, you guys. All right, well, you're going to have to teach me a couple of things before we
will.
go to the break. Yeah, I mean, it's only fair. You guys
Okay.
have to all help. I'm going to
Come
get in
on.
the middle.
Right here. You're gonna
Why do I do this? I'm
So now
too
we face
tired.
each other here.
Uh-huh.
So now you're going to step back
I
with
can
your right
do
foot.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, now step back forward, together. Now step forward with your left.
Uh-oh.
Now
Getting
back
crazy.
and together. Yeah. That's your basic salsa step, right?
Okay.
So now you're going to go back 1 and 2. That's it. 1.
He's good. He's leading me.
Now you're going to step left, right, together. That's it. That's the
Okay.
basics.
All right.
There you go.
Okay, let's have a little musica. How about that?
Little
Musica. Okay. Check out Dirty Dancing Wednesday nights on WE TV. Up next, a performance by R&B sensation Tyrese. Let's all dance. Let's dance. Multi-platinum, Grammy-nominated singer, songwriter, actor, writer, and producer. And as if that's not enough, he's now adding rapper to his resume. Here to perform one off of his new double CD alter ego. Please welcome Tyrese.
Everybody stand up. The song is called Once, so I want to see everybody put one finger up in the air one time. Put one finger in the air. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Let me start by saying that you're the one. Oh, yeah, yeah. 'Cause this the first time I felt like this player's done. Oh, you're the only number that I dial. You're the only 6 I'm getting now. But it don't matter, and it don't matter. You're the only one. I'ma be good with just one girl. One girl, that's all I need. I'ma be straight. And 2 wings. 'Cause I'm grown now, so all I need is make my baby queen. Shaking on my chit-chat. Stop me from loving you, from wifing you, spending all my life with you, baby. I'm so committed. This one-on-one, I'm with it. So damn good. All the sex we want without no hack. Imagine that. Got a real man that's gonna have your back. Imagine that. That's just the way it is, and that's just how it's gonna go. And you gonna be that one.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're here. The audience was very excited that you were here, too. Now, I was noticing your tattoo that says Rebel with a Cause. I like that.
Thank you.
I like that.
Yeah, some people are rebels without a cause. They're just mad for no reason. So
You got a purpose.
Yes, when I get my mind fixed on something, I have a purpose in doing it.
You sure do. I was reading your bio. My goodness, you are quite the little... You're taking over the world.
No.
Yeah, you're 27 and you've already done all this stuff. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
I was very impressed. Yeah.
But the thing is, they like to say that it's a jungle out here, but some people choose to just be in the jungle swinging on one vine. but I like to go from one vine to the other, you know what I'm saying? Keep it moving. I get bored easy, too, you know what I'm saying?
That's smart.
So I got
Well, we're all really creative. We should use a lot of different areas of ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah. So this album, you have many other albums, but this one you said is your most challenging.
Yes.
Why is that?
Well, because, you know, people in the music industry, or in any industry, I guess, is so used to just doing things one way. So this is a double album, and one whole side is me singing, which my fans are used to, and the other side is me introducing, you know, this hip-hop alias Black Tide. So, you know, as soon as I told people at my label and other people in the industry that I'm finna put out a double album with me rapping on it, on one whole side, you know, I got a lot of red tape, a lot of politics. I just kind of went through everything you can think of, and through my determination and through all the collaborations I end up doing, you know what I mean, I end up bringing this album to light. So come tomorrow, of all the albums that I've ever released, this album means so much more to me because I want this one to win, to just put all them fires out for real, for real.
Good.
So,
That's fantastic. Yeah, I mean, that really is so stupid when you think about it, because why should we be limited in any way? You can do, if you want to do both and you can, you have the ability, then why shouldn't you be able to? I think it's much more interesting to have a range of things to choose from. Now, why is it, oh, it's called Alter Ego because your rapper alter ego is Black Tie, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear you say that. It's their Black Tie.
I know. I wish I had your bling, though, because that is some serious... That is amazing. Look at this incredible... It's unbelievable. Can I borrow that if I ever have to go to another award show?
I'll give it to you right
No?
now.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll take it for the rest of the segment. Weighs like 9 pounds, this thing. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, just with this outfit needed.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's nice. Give me some of that right there. Give me some. Give me fingers.
I'm
Yes.
feeling more appropriately dressed now. I was feeling a little underdressed. Now I feel we're on the same page.
Yes.
Okay, good.
It's a little hot in here, too, so you got to freeze the temperature down a little bit, iced out.
You bring it down, sure.
But this double album, I got R. Kelly on the R&B side twice.
Snoop Dogg, right?
Yeah, Snoop is on the hip-hop side. Game, Manny Fresh, Lil Jon, The Underdogs produced, Scott Storch produced. It's just, it's star-studded.
It's nice to have all those people joining you, right?
Yeah, it's like my hip-hop debut. It's kind of unheard of to have that kind of collaborations on it. Yeah. And that's how I was able to put the fires out for anybody who, all the non-believers, you know what I'm saying, they heard me rhyme and they didn't jump in the vocal booth to do a record with me because I know how to sing. They believe in me as a rapper and they jump right in the booth. So, you know, come December 12th, tomorrow, it's gonna be a new day. And this has never been done before, too, ever in the history of music, so.
Well, I'm glad you're the first. I can't believe it hasn't been done sooner. It makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Good. Well, congratulations. Everybody, look for Tyrese's new CD, Alter Ego. It's in stores tomorrow. You got to go get it. Don't go away. We will be back. Good. I want to thank my guests, John Stamos, Brenda Strong, Cris, Judd, and Tyrese. Please be sure and join me tomorrow when my guests will be David James Elliott, Michael Ely, magician Nathan Burton, and Lisa Edelstein. Thanks, everybody.